Good morning, Sarah.
Morning, Jim.
You're looking very smiley and happy, and I don't mean in reference to the background. When we
Yeah,
spoke, 22 hours ago, you were not a smiling, happy person.
no, not at all.
I mean, there it was, a lovely sunny day, just like that sunrise behind you is going to be, and you were really not happy.
No, I was actually a bit in turmoil. I'd realised that on Friday we have to wear face masks when we go shopping,
You mean
and
the dreaded
exact
masks?
exactly. And no, it's as if I had a phobia against it, and I was thinking, oh, what's happening here?
So it was just a really strong feeling. What kind of, how was it in your body? What did it feel like? Was it like something around here or around your stomach or
It was
something
all
else?
turmoil and gludginess in my stomach. Yeah, and I was sort of like very tearful.
That's quite serious. And with Friday, a few days away,
Mm.
uh, being mandatory to go shopping, etc., then that's a big problem. But you also said to me then that you thought there was something quite deep going on because there was nothing logical that you remembered in this life that would would
Yeah,
lead to that feeling.
it sort of never occurred to me about, I've always avoided wearing masks. Now I come to think about it. And it's never been mandatory before. So this has sort of come up quite recently for me.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So you thought it might have been a past life or something like that.
I've perhaps thought it was perhaps a past life or something come through, perhaps I was gagged and bound or whatever in a past life.
Hmm.
So I asked you to investigate it for me.
Yes, and I did. And I think during the conversation, or around that time, because we had two conversations and we very, very close together, and I checked into it in my usual distant healing mode, where as you know well,
Yes.
what I do is I test and measure where the origin of the problem comes from. Whether it's earlier in this life or it's ancestral, which is quite a common one, or past lives. Doesn't matter if people don't believe in it. If it tests comes from there, and they don't believe in that kind of thing, but clearing that thing they don't believe in solves the problem, what's the problem? And that's what I see quite often.
Yes.
Um, but what I identified was that it was ancestral, it was to do with your mum's side. And it was going back 3 generations. So it was your mum's mum's mum. That would be your
Great
mother,
grandmother.
your maternal great grandmother. I avoid using the greats because when you get to more generations, it gets terribly long and complicated. It's
Exactly.
just to
Yes.
go mum, dad, mum, or dad, mum, dad, or something like that, because then it's much clearer. But I had an image of her being sort of, I don't know, general anesthetic, certainly sort of horizontal with the old sort of something mask over the face.
Yeah.
And which of course is interesting because that would have been, I guess, about, before the turn of the last century. So it would have been about 1890, 1880, somewhere around there, of that order. And which I guess, I haven't researched it, that would be quite early in, relatively early in the use of general anesthetics, which in itself would be very scary.
Yeah.
Um, and so I identified that, and then we had our second conversation. Yeah. And you happened to mention something when I said that, which was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I've always avoided having any general anesthetic. If I've had to have pain killing or operations, which luckily enough I've only had a couple, I've only had local anesthetic. I had all my wisdom teeth removed with local anesthetic, my toe operated on, my thumb operated on, and I've always like, no, you're not going to knock me out. And I just didn't know why. And
But
so
it
it's
was a
just
strong,
avoiding it.
not it was that a very strong feeling or just a sort of a, yeah, not sure?
Very strong.
Okay.
I
But
think
now,
it was sort of I would also have a lack of control as well.
exactly. Yes, that's a really big one. And so now we have this coming together of what I'm seeing, not knowing your particular other phobias or fears, perhaps, maybe not phobias. It's only a matter of degree. So yeah. I didn't know that. So I'm getting this imagery, this concept from ancestral, say 3 generations back. And then yesterday afternoon, I worked on it, obviously distantly, and I cleared, in my specific way, I cleared that energy back there and tested that it appeared to be gone. And this morning, you appear in the sunshine and you're all glowing.
Exactly, yeah.
And how do you feel about the idea of going, putting one of those on?
Yeah.
First of all, how do you feel about it? Because first, let me check. You've not tried on a mask yet.
No.
But you feel okay about it?
A bit apprehensive.
That's okay. Most people do.
I was sort of like handling them and I thought, oh, okay, it's sort of, it was my son who brought them. I didn't even want to buy any. So it's him I have to thank for it.
Well, how do you feel about trying one on now?
Yeah, I've got one here which I keep looking down at.
I've noticed.
Okay, so yes, I have one here. It's obviously just the cheapy one, so I better hold it up so you can see.
This is not a fashion contest.
Exactly, but
yeah,
okay.
You don't have to put it on fully initially. Just you don't have to do anything. Just try it. Just initially, just hold it to your face and see what happens. How does that feel?
Yeah, I can breathe. I can talk. I haven't put it around my ears yet.
That's okay.
And I don't really like things touching my ears either. So.
Well, maybe that's a separate issue. Maybe that's on the other parent's side. Now that's interesting. Some people would assume that was fluff from the mask.
No.
It's not fluff from the mask. This is something else coming up.
I feel like I've got gunk in my throat.
Okay. Okay, well, as we're on a live recording, shall I have a look and see if I can find an origin for this coughing response?
Yeah.
Okay, one moment.
I've had to put that down now as well. Okay,
so just logically from experience, this would appear to be another level. So we had the first level of of having your mouth covered and not being in control, which was that. And this one appears to come from, hang on a second. About 3 to 4 years ago. No idea what, obviously.
No.
So it's more than 3 years ago, less than 4 years ago. And just bring your attention into wherever it is in your throat area. Just bring your attention in there and let's, yeah. It's not a big one. I don't think it does. I don't have a sense of it being big.
No, I think I know. It's sort of, I was hanging out with someone who's quite inauthentic.
So this is about expression and many things.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? I was about to say, is that it going? Is it loosening, moving?
I think, yes. And in a way, I was asked to be authentic about certain things as well.
Okay. Yeah. So basically you were asked to be dishonest. Non-authentic.
Inauthentic, I would say. I wasn't being
Inauthentic.
dishonest, but I wasn't being my true self.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, yeah. Playing the game.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. How does that feel now?
After a few belches, quite a bit better, yeah.
Want to do a take two?
With the mask?
Of course.
You can see I'm trying to avoid it, can't you?
That's okay.
Right, let me
have a little release.
Let me have a process.
Yeah. Now, for anybody watching this who might wonder what's going on here, this is actually unrehearsed live situation in the last few minutes. I worked with Sarah's ancestral energy yesterday to clear that, which we'd specifically identified, which was about the fear of having something covering her mouth and nose, and then turned out to be a fear of general anesthetics as well. So we've gone from her feeling very apprehensive and kind of sick, or thereabouts, yeah, at the thought of putting a mask on, to be able to put the mask on, and then that was sort of okay for a couple of minutes, and then there was a secondary next level deep coughing, sort of coughing, choking kind of sensation coming up, which I've then identified as being from a specific time, 3 to 4 years ago. I've no idea what it is, and it doesn't matter what it is. It only matters to Sarah. She's connected to some event or series of events in her life around that period of time, which makes sense. Then her body has made various coughing, choking, expelling actions and noises. And now, am I right, and a little yawn, and now am I right in saying that that's released somewhat?
Yes.
Well, I would hazard a guess and say you're ready for take two.
Take two
with the mask, of course.
Yes. Okay. Right. I'm going to put it on. Okay. Totally.
Well done. Well, congratulations.
And put it around my ears. And apparently this is meant to go down like this.
Something like that.
So I've not got glasses on, but I think it would steam them up a little bit.
Probably, yes. But just stay with it. Talk to me about the feelings. Just take your time.
Now it's sort of feeling like snuggling under my duvet, because when I go to bed, I generally have my head under the covers.
Wow.
So I sort of watched a fellow therapist give some advice about how to breathe when you've got these masks on. And I know that process, so when I'm not talking, I sort of try and do that gentle breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good if you got something else on your mind. I suppose if you're going shopping, you'd be looking at the shelves and thinking about what you're going to buy and so on.
Yes. Yeah. But right now you're sitting at home, or in the lovely rising sunshine.
I'm sitting in Lanzarote, yes.
Yeah, in Lanzarote, and so okay, you're not really in Lanzarote, but you're at home in front of your computer.
Yes.
So you know where you are. You haven't got the shopping to distract you. You probably have a bit of work you need to do, which might be calling your attention and wondering when this video is going to end.
No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy to be here.
So you're kind of under your duvet, so snuggled up.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and if I frame it like that in my mind, then I can deal with it.
But would you have been able to do that yesterday?
Oh no, I couldn't even touch them.
Exactly.
Couldn't even touch them.
And what about 10 minutes ago when you were, when the cough started coming up?
Yeah, I had to put it down then.
Right. Okay.
I had to put
Well,
it
that's
down.
pretty impressive. So you've gone from don't bring those masks near me, like go away, to oh, I've got to put it down because I can hold it here, to I've got to put it down because I'm choking, to I'm under my duvet.
Exactly.
So on the old scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your fear was before yesterday of actually wearing a mask or putting it on, of wearing a mask and having to wear one?
I was going into a panic attack yesterday thinking about it.
Wow.
So I would say it was pretty high.
Well, yeah, sort of.
A
That's
lot
up in the 8, 9, 10 area, isn't it?
exactly. A lot of avoidance. Yeah, now I'm just sitting here with my mask on.
So it's just to keep you company then.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll do my bandit gym, but then, you know, I don't have to because I'm at home. So
Exactly. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, congratulations.
Yeah. It's different.
Well done. So you're off shopping later today, are you? Or are you going to wait till Friday?
No, and generally our shop is Tuesday and Friday. But I was going to move it forward to Thursday so I could avoid wearing the mask. But
now how important is that?
I'll go when I want to go. It doesn't matter.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. And I'm more than really chuffed. I'm more than surprised because I was not expecting to find the spontaneous second stage on here.
No, exactly. I thought there might be something a bit more. And
You were right.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, do take your mask off so people
Can
see the smile on your face. Look at this. The smile with the mask imprint.
Oh no.
That's okay.
It's lucky I'm not too vain, isn't it?
It grows away again. It doesn't take long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is lovely. And I just feel very sad about so many people who are out there suffering possibly at the same level as you or in a really bad way.
Yes.
Gosh, yeah. Well, I shall make my services available.
Lovely.
And, lovely to see you. Thank you so much, Sarah. And go forth and keep that smile. Remember when you got the mask on to exaggerate with the eyes. So no people smiling.
Yeah, lovely. I shall do. Thank you, Jim. That's
okay.
brilliant.
Right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.